I was just gonna say, if my best friend that I basically grew up with smokes weed in particular, and while their child is sitting on their lap,
I would have to leave. I would have to tell him like, man, could you not do that in front of me, or I would just have to go. But I get what you're saying because I'm not on social media, but I seen it come across the YouTube algorithm where this dude was smoking weed and he was handing a blunt to his baby, and his baby was kind of puffing it too.
I think I seen something like that.
Hey, so I've always played the devil's advocate with that, right? I don't indulge or anything, but like, okay, it sounds crazy when I say it, but what would be wrong with that, right? What would be wrong with smoking in front of your kids, smoking weed in front of your kids? You drink in front of your kids. This is just the devil's advocate, right? You know what I mean, quote unquote. You smoke cigarettes in front of your kids. What's wrong with smoking weed? Like, I've always when I see niggas smoking weed, and this is back in the day, right? They go in the room, they go hide out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the kids put the towel in front of the door and shit. And it always boggled me because it's like, you know, weed is from the earth. Like, it's good. It's for me and you, know, right? Ain't that what they say? And it's like, y'all smoking this weed, but y'all hiding to do it. Now weed is legal and you still hiding to do it. Why don't you just, you know, like cigarettes, why don't you just smoke it in front of your kids? What's the problem? Obviously, to me, you feel some type of way that this isn't necessarily the correct thing to be doing in front of your kids is smoking weed. So that means like people will drink in front of their kids. Now, mind you, drinking will probably, you know, I drink enough. You drink enough, you'll have an accident probably before you be smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's more detrimental than smoking weed. However, it's like you want to go hide in the corner. Obviously, you think it's something morally wrong with smoking weed in front of your kids.
Yeah, so why won't you do it anyway?
Yeah, what's the problem? Why won't you do it? What's the problem? That's how I look at it. People got all types of excuses on why they don't.
Except for the excuse like, I shouldn't be doing it, period. I shouldn't even be doing it, let alone doing it in front of my kids.
If you want to, like, again, I'm not judging. Like, I understand.
Yes, you is.
No, I'm not judging. Like, you smoke weed. Mm-hmm. That shit is legal. You know, at the end of the day, I wouldn't say smoke in front of your kids, but it's kind of like when you tell somebody, hey, are you smoking in front, or why you smoking and hiding and shit? Like, it's strange to me. Like, people want to smoke and go hide, but you'll drink in front of your kids. You'll smoke cigarettes in front of your kids. People do a whole bunch of shit in front of their kids, but when they come to like weed, it's like they ducking off. Like, we can't smell that shit.
That's my point, right? Like, what to that degree, to the hiding concept, like, they can still smell it. Like, you were in a room where it's all in your clothes, it's all in your hair, your breath smells like it. So you're right to that degree.
Now y'all kids can come out the room. Like, we don't smell y'all been smoking that shit in the living room.
What's that stinky smell, man?
Yeah.
You're 100% right in what you said, bro. It's right.
And let me real quick. Let me give y'all a stupid motherfucker something. Like, when you smoke weed, it's legal, right? It is legal in the comfort of your home, right? You in your car. Now you're on the public road. If you get pulled over by the police, you know, they have the right to search your car. You do know that. They have the right to search your car. People be sitting up there like, you can smoke weed and shit. Oh, it's legal. They'll tell you that to death. It's legal. No, they have the right to search your car. You can get a DWI.
Yep.
Right? Driving while intoxicated. Yep. Driving while intoxicated.
Under the influence, I think.
Or driving while under the influence. Whatever the fuck. You can get one of those. So, why put yourself in the position, do that shit at the crib, in the room, or when the kids is off at school, or whatever. But, like, I don't know.
Oh, you know another one that killed me, though, since we talking about weed smokers?
Yeah.
Niggas that let a good job go down the drain because you want to smoke weed. Woo! So you're going to stay at this little bullshit job that's paying you 19, 20, 25. But you can go over here and make 26, 27 an hour. But, I can't smoke weed. So I'm going to just stay at the 19, 20 and just take that because I can keep smoking weed. But you're not going to stop smoking weed to go get your better your life and go get a better, you did.
Man, I mean, at the end of the day, you guys are adults. Y'all making your own decisions out here.
Still
I'm not. You know what? If you decide that you're gonna turn down some bread just to continue smoking weed, I will agree. You are stupid. I'm not even, but I will say, like, you do shit and you have discretion when you do things. You don't always like. There's people at there's people that I know that they may work at a job and they do it while they're on the job.
I've seen it.
And I'm talking about these ain't vape pens or nothing. Like, y'all smell like this shit. Like, if I can smell it, and I smoke cigars, you know what I'm saying? So my nose is already tuned. But like a non-smoker, they definitely smell you smelling like that shit. And you gotta understand, like, the climate, the economy that we living in. Like, they're not gonna have a problem in a few months getting rid of your ass, cause they can get somebody else. They can replace you. You out here smelling like that shit. The fuck out of here. You coming to work. How responsible is that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, how responsible
is that? But you know what it'll be, though?
If you can hide it and mask it, and you think you can, whatever. You know what I mean?
But why do it? Why put your way you're making bread on the line for something that you can just wait till you get home?
Weren't we talking earlier about what comes with the territory of what you do?
Man, I'm sorry.
What?
Weren't we talking earlier about what comes with the territory of what you do? It comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Man, I just got drug tested.
Right, like I've had not multiple situations, but I've come across multiple people where they would ask me, do I know someone that like don't smoke weed so they can finesse the drug test for the job that they're applying for?
I've heard that too,
But yeah, I never understood how people let bad habits stop them from making money. They ain't never no
It's
bad
about
habit.
the money first.
Hey, boy.
I don't give a fuck what else you out here doing. I don't care what your vice is.
Rest in peace to Dolph. Motherfucker 3 lines in the motherfucking song. Don't forget to get the money. Rule number 2, don't forget to get the money. Rule number 3, damn sure don't forget to go get the fucking money. I don't care what nobody say. Your money come first, B. That's how you make your fucking living. As long as it ain't going against your moral judgment, or you have to go do some crazy shit, or tickle somebody's feet or some shit, or whatever the fuck you want to do. As long as it ain't going against your morals. If you like tickling people's feet and it ain't going against your morals, go tickle that nigga feet. Go get you some money.
The feet tickler?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to take feet, whatever you want to do. As long as it ain't going against your morals, man, go get your motherfucking money, man. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise. Because guess what they going to do? Go get that shit behind you because you ain't going to get it. Yeah. Trust and believe. They going to go right behind you. Man, you shouldn't do that shit, man. Man, that shit was crazy and stupid. How much you paying space? It's exactly what they going to do to your dumb ass. So go get your motherfucking money, B.
I like to see all my people, win. Elevate, win.
Facts.
At the end of the day.
Facts.
If there's something, again, like my homie Stogie say everybody got a vice. And when I first heard that years ago, I was like, man, I ain't got no vice. But, after a while you start thinking about, like, everybody do have a vice, whatever it is, Yeah. Some people like to gamble, some people like to smoke weed, some people like to drink or whatever. But so I'm not knocking what it is that you're doing, but if whatever it is that you're doing is stopping you from getting the money, you know what I mean, or stopping you from elevating, or you know what I'm saying, just connecting with your family or higher power, whatever it is, like, bro, you need to stop that.
Reevaluate some shit.
Yeah.
You need to reevaluate some shit, though. For real. You need to reevaluate some shit.
I'm not never finna be.
Ain't nothing.
Imagine me, I smoke cigars, right? Skipping work because I gotta, or you know what I'm saying, smoke some cigars. Like, hey, that's crazy as hell.
You would think there's been somebody out there that's done that? Skip work?
Yes.
Skip work to get high?
Yeah.
I thought it used to skip work to go play a video game.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That used to be my vice. Boy.
But that was before you had real responsibilities too, and you were sitting there staying with your mama and stuff.
That's true.
You ain't had no apartment and nothing that.
Let that duty drop. I'm prestiging by the weekend. You know what I mean? I would definitely skip some goddamn work.
But that was then, though, when you were really young and you like.
Now?
Shit. Yeah, no, you're not doing that.
I play Call of Duty in about 2-3 weeks now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Call that nigga the other day.
I be fiending.
He said,
I be sleepy.
He said, I'm tired. I'm like, man, get on the duty, man. Get your up, man.
I be wanting to play, bro, but that's...
You sleep, man, get up. I need somebody to run with, man.
Nothing like that good old 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep.
That's a fact. But yeah.
If the bread is secure... See the whole gist behind...
tired.
The whole gist behind what we're saying is blowing the money to do that.
To
do whatever your vice is.
Get the money, man. Don't forget to get the money. That's the first thing.
Blowing the money.
Yeah, don't forget to get the money. Like, go ahead. I'm gonna say it.
Even if, let's just say, somebody does call off of work to play the game, right? Is the bag secure?
Yes.
Before you do that.
That's a fact.
That's my number one. Well, not number one concern, but that's what I think about that.
That's a fact.
Like, if you're struggling to pay your bills and then you call off of work,
you can't afford to.
You hear the difference, right?
You need to go sell your PS5. That's what you need to do.
For real.
Yeah, that's a fact. I asked him, right? Saturdays I have to be up bright and early in the morning. G every day be like, oh, we're going to smoke cigars or whatever like that. Mom ain't coming. Mom finna go home and go to sleep. Facts. Straight facts. I got to be to work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Fuck that. I smoke cigars on Saturday. Matter of fact, blow one for me, goddamn. How you go to money? But I'm going to go get my money first, boy. Ain't nobody stopping nothing. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm fucking be butt naked. I'll see you when I get back. But I'm finna go get this bread first, though.
It's a lot different, too. Like, we drive for a living, right? So we driving. You can't be a fatigued driver out here. You want as much sleep as much rest as you possibly can.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because not only do you have a lot of valuable things on board, I mean, obviously you have your own life in your own hand, and then there's other people on the road.
It's a fact.
So, you want to make sure that you're protecting your own life and you're protecting those in front of you. Yeah, and then also you want to protect the valuable goods that you have in the back, which is protecting your job. Yeah. You can't be out here with 4 and 5 hours worth of sleep. This ain't that no more.
Yeah, and you can literally, I'm talking about literally, kill 6, 7, 8 families that's on the road with you. Mm-hmm. And that's saying if you finally stop. Because if you keep going, it can get up to hundreds real quick. Because you would plow through some traffic, knock some shit over, do a couple flips and whatever, and you would really fuck some shit up now. This ain't no little photo car, no photo Savannah, no truck. No, this is a big ass like train missile that's on the roadway that can fuck some shit up.
That's bars, man. You right.
So yeah, you gotta get that rest. You gotta make sure everything is cool.
That's crack.
Expect your vehicle, B.
No doubt, that's that crack.
That's the crack talk.
Well,
let's keep going, man. Hold on. Let's just
you want to keep going?
Let's do another 15, 20 minutes. We can get 2 episodes up out this bitch.
All right, so you talked last week. But you specified that women are born with game.
Yes, no doubt.
Right?
Mm-hmm. KNoWKi, my bitch. So,
I was really thinking about something to that degree.
Yes.
So one of the reasons why there's a big rift in relationship dynamics these days, I think, is I think women don't know what it means to work for what men find valuable in them.
Okay, go deeper.
Whereas,
Pause.
Oh no, I'm good.
Resume.
Resume.
Pause. No, nigga, resume.
I'm not a flinchy nigga.
Because whereas the things, if you make a list of the things that women find valuable in men, which we've talked about that before, we listed it off in a previous episode, you can come out with a whole elongated list, right? But if you make a list of what men find valuable in women, you might get a list of, let's say, I think even 10 things is to say too much.
So I was just going to say 5.
I was going to say 5, yeah.
Because it's like really like, it's like all the intangibles, being nice, being motherly, being nurturing, being caring, knowing how to cook. You got to know how to cook fuck with me. Just all like the intangible things. All these things is within yourself. You got to be like, this is within yourself. Everything I want in a woman, I don't know about y'all because I'll speak for yourselves when y'all do, but everything to me that I want in a woman is intangible to yourself. It's nothing that you can work for or get. It's all within you already. It's just that you got to magnify it a little bit. That's how I look at it. Like when you look at your list for things for your top list, can a woman go work towards it? Can a woman work and go buy it or purchase it or anything like that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And me, no, they can't do it for me. It's already got to be within you.
I didn't think about it from that lens. That's true. Like intangibles, like there is little to no money involved with what men find valuable in women.
It's a fact.
What
We're talking about directly.
You know how you know a woman really fucks with you though? Is if she buy you something.
Oh no, I go another thing. You're right about that, but I go a little bit deeper. If y'all talk regularly, like decent, and it's something that you just mentioned, you wasn't thinking about it or nothing, and she just comes, like, yeah, I heard you want this. Like I said about the, it was an episode we was talking about, and it's come from the Proof Season podcast. It's this dude called. It's a great podcast too. I'm not gonna like blast him, but I listen to him and I'll fuck with him. I'll say, give him credit. It's the Crew Season podcast. It's like 4 dudes, and they remind me of ourselves a lot. And it's this dude named Otis. Old ass nigga name too, and he like 30 something. He go whatever.
Otis.
Yeah, but he said he was talking to a woman. He trains. He was using his phone. I said this on the pod before. Using his phone for a stopwatch. She saw that. He was studying using his phone. He said he was perfectly fine using it. Guess what she did? Went to Target with the Walmart, bought a $4 or $5 stopwatch, brought it to him. He said that was the best gift anybody has ever gave him. Because she saw a need in his life, and let me take that off your plate for you. So you won't be just out here using your phone and all this? Let me get you a stopwatch.
That's what I'm saying. Like if a woman's willing to look, let's just be honest. Women are a lot of times tight with the bread.
It's a fact.
Right? So if they're willing to spend some type of money on you, it's just like they fucks with you. You know what I mean? They like you to a degree that they're gonna go ahead and spend some money. I mean, it's things that men do for women that to me solidifies or let a woman know that okay, this man likes me. A man who allows a woman to drive his car, because men love their cars, right?
It's a fact. Okay, because you on the topic. You just saying one. Right? You just said one, right? All 3 of us come up with 2 things how you know a woman really likes you.
She give you that gawk 3
Well, name 2 things, because I think I asked this to a couple women at the job too. I asked them to both, but I never asked it to us. Name 2 things or things that you know that a woman really likes you or really fucking with you.
I would say one might be what are her selfless acts?
Her selfless acts.
Selfless.
Keep your shirt up on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, your shirt too nice for the beginning. Too nice. Like $4 nice.
But what are her selfless acts?
Selfless acts.
Selfless acts. Like what does she put what she wants aside to do something for you?
That's one. This is one of yours.
And I'll stick with the one. The second one is the example you gave.
Well,
listening to me talk and paying attention to how it is that I handle certain things and doing something to complement that. Okay. Like giving me like if like with the beet juice, right? You go out and buy me some beets.
Oh, because you see that's what I want to. Okay.
Because you see that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Something small like that. Something. Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever do?
So like I said, a woman who's willing to spend, some money, some hard-earned cash, some cash she didn't get from her other man, but I was just fucking around. But no, a woman who's willing to spend some money on you, and then also I think a woman who's simply willing to cook.
Oh my God, he took my shit. He took my shit.
I've heard before, women are. It's easier to get a woman to act for you sexually than it is to get a woman to cook for you. And I don't know if it's because they can't cook or whatever, but if you can get a woman to cook for you, that to me shows that it's a level that, okay, she really likes you. She's trying to show you that at the very least, maybe in the back of her mind, she's showing that she's wife material.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so mine is both of them Jerry they took. I always look at it as Jerry they took. So mine is when you like little things in my life. I'm not telling you to go buy me no Jordans. I ain't telling you to go buy me no
Buy me some, goddammit. Jordan 6, size 11.5. Fuck with me.
I ain't tell you to go buy the Porsche I want or nothing like that or buy anything like that. But just little things. Like if I said I like, okay, perfect example. Every day got this little holder for the phone. I've been, want that. And I'm going to probably go buy it sooner or later. But if a woman came up and bought me that, you've been listening to me. Because I have not told everybody that I want that. So if I was talking to you and you heard me say that and you bring that to me, that's a different thing. Right? So it's like little tangible things. It's not nothing very expensive. And it can be like $5, $6. And then my ultimate one is cooking. People don't understand this. That is one of the intimate things a person can do. A person can ask you, what do you want to eat? Or ask you, what is your favorite dish? And if they go in that kitchen and particularly cook that, I'm not saying cooking it for the whole family, because then you just get a plate or something like that. That's different. But if motherfucker go in that kitchen and start boiling some water and cutting up vegetables and standing on their feet and cook this specifically for you because this is what you want, that is one of the most intimate things you can possibly do for a man.
No doubt.
That's bars.
Because you putting, like, you consuming a person's food is actually you putting your life in their hands. Anything can happen. People can put anything in the food.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? You can get sick. Plenty of people then died from, some type of poisoning or something like that. So you that means you haven't
you trust her too.
You trust the person well enough that you're willing to eat that person's food.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
if a motherfucker stand in that kitchen, that hot ass kitchen, bro, and cook you some shit like for real, it don't matter what it is. She just cooked you some noodles. She stood on her feet.
Some greens?
Yeah, some greens.
What?
Some greens.
Get them greens.
Some motherfucking pot roast. Some macaroni. That type of shit that takes a minute to cook. And they say, take this to them. Yeah, oxtails.
Oh, excuse me, oxtail.
Yeah,
For
oxtails, man. Fuck
Asian
that.
listeners, oxtail.
Oxtails.
No ass on it.
Yeah. She cooked this stuff for you,
I know the spaces you look confused. It's oxtail.
Yeah. I mean, tacos. She sit up in there and cook you some tacos or something like that.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff.
You gotta say oxtail. It's just the way it is.
Oxtail?
Oxtail. It's not oxtails.
But I don't want one oxtail. I want oxtails.
No.
I want multiple.
I get you.
Bro, you bring me more oxtail if you want to.
I get the logic behind it. This is what they say.
No,
so
you bring me an oxtail if you want to. I'm going to throw that shit back in your face. You bring me one oxtail with all the different.
After she stood on her feet?
Yeah, fact. You still throw that shit back. No, don't bring me no one oxtail. I'm a grown ass man. Don't bring me no one oxtail. You bring me a small one too. I mean, man, what?
It was a calf.
That's what I'm saying. Don't bring me that. No, you better put some more oxtails. Put an S on my shit. Put an S on my shit. No. But I appreciate, like, when a woman cooks for me. And then, like, you can tell this intimate too, right? Go tell your woman at home that another woman cooked you something to eat and brought it to work, and you go take that shit home and see what happens.
Why would you do that?
No, I'm just saying. If it's not that intimate, but no, if it's not that intimate and it's not really that big of a deal, right. If women say it's not that big of a deal, go do that, man. Take some food that you done got from a woman at work, take that shit to the crib, and be like, baby, even if you say Miss Charlene or whoever, that old bitch might not cook for you no more. That's exactly what she gonna say. Facts, them bars. You better get up on this game. Don't do that. You better eat that shit while you at work, player. And don't tell nobody. Yeah, all right, yeah. That's it.
He told him to do it, then don't do it.
No, I said to try to theory.
I get it. That's a science experiment finna go bad. That's bleaching ammonia. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Don't do that one, player.
She cooked for you?
Yeah.
What? But it's kind of like a Jardine or Pearl. Any old names,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sue. Lou, whatever, Betty Lou,
I was gonna say please.
Charlie May, whatever you want to call it. Anything with a May on the end and anything with a B.
May.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an old
yeah, whatever. Bueller, yeah. Betty, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
One thing I'm noticing though with this conversation is these days, from what I'm hearing, like from what women are saying as far as what they bring to the relationship or engagement or whatever, they're saying, "I'll cook for my husband."
Okay. That's why they ain't got one.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Right?
He's like, you ain't got one yet.
You see
you got to cook for him to get him to be your husband. Then you continue cooking.
That's what they used to do back in the day.
Yeah, they cook for you.
See, that's the problem. Y'all don't want to understand some of that back in the day game. Those women used to bring the men the plates before they get, you know what I'm saying, get married. They'll bring a man a plate here, or they invite a man over. Oh, let me, I'm gonna cook for you. And
yeah, you mowed that lawn. You mowed that lawn, and you out there like. Say for instance, you out there, you had a morning line service.
Mm-hmm.
When you got through morning,
she
I
had
got a breakfast plate for you sitting on the stove before you get through, before you go to the next woman's house.
Yeah.
You come over my grass.
Yeah, mow that grass.
You go over there.
You mow that grass, you get some of that ass, shorty.
Every time you mow this lawn, you know you got something to eat when you get through before you go do the next lawn. Every time.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's what they used to do back in the day. And I just, it's funny how people want to get so far away from, humans want to get so far away from traditions of what we used to do back in the day, or traditions, or even what nature does. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we want to, I guess maybe evolve, which is fine, but some things you still got to take it back to the old school.
And it's not the saying, oh, you should still live in those times, but some of that shit still applies to today. Mm-hmm. You use some of that shit, like you always say, we always say on this pod, what Jay every day say all the time, take the meat, throw away the bones. You don't have to take every single thing they did back in the day, but a lot of that shit still applies to today, and a lot of that shit will still get you what you need to do. Get what you need in today's age.
And you know what I noticed about marriages, relationships back then versus now is, y'all pretty much said it already. The further we separate ourselves from what happened in the past and how people conducted themselves, mm-hmm. the more we separate as people. Mm-hmm. In general,
as men and women,
as men and women, if we notice, back in the days, bro, I can go to my grandmother's house right now, mm-hmm. and the first thing she would, after she get done hugging me, saying, "Hey, that's stuff." Yes, every time.
You hungry?
Oh, I got this leftover stuff on me. I
ain't even gonna lie, my grandmother like that.
And then even put it in the oven. Put that shit in the microwave. She put that shit back in the oven.
My grandmother, you hit the nail on the head. My grandmother like that. I got something, I made something, or you know what? With grandparents, they always can just fry up some little vittles or something. They always got something. Like,
make like, somebody nothing.
Bro, you look in the refrigerator, don't be shit in that mug, but then they somehow, my grandmother know how to just throw down with whatever, water and goddamn
flour.
And they said, man, she done made a whole sandwich about this.
So bake the bread and everything while you see that she didn't bake on
fine, smelling good. So you're right. Like, grandmothers, like, you're hungry? You know what I'm saying? That's right, man. They need to pick up on some of that game, some of these young bitches.
You feel me? You understand me?
What I also noticed is that what men expect out of women hasn't changed.
It's about food.
In general.
Just feed a motherfucker. Motherfucker gonna be good for you. Motherfucker got your back. Motherfucker gonna come get you or whatever. You feed a motherfucker like a motherfucker. Like they say, they call us dogs, right? When you feed a straight dog, you always come back, right? That's what they say, right?
F&F, boy, feed and fuck them. That's all you gotta do, feed and fuck them.
Yeah, gonna come right back. They always know where he got that food from. He might feel rough. He gonna feel rough that far. He gonna come back.
But what has changed though?
That's a fact. You're right. A lot of things what women expect. Yeah, you're right. It's the same. Men want some of the same things like back in the day, but women want more modern shit, but don't want to do back in the day plus.
Well, what is it that you think that women want now that's different from back in the day? I think they still want you to provide for them. It's just that they make about as much or more money than you. So, it's
But what they want you to do is provide for them, but what are they providing for you?
Oh, so you're saying like, okay.
They just want something for them.
The expectations have changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
The expectations have changed.
They want you to still provide for them, but then you want to go out here and make just as much. Not saying that you can't go make all your money too, and you want to keep your money. Mm-hmm. House still junky, ain't no food being cooked, but you still want me to pay for everything and do everything like it should be still.
I think that's just really social media though. Like, we got to look beyond what's going on in social media. When you're dealing with women on an everyday basis, and just on that level, most women don't even think like that. I think that to me is just another agenda that's being pushed by, the media or the powers that be. It's just like thinking again, like, every black person that you come across is gonna rob you. That's the agenda that they push out here, or that I guess quote unquote every white person out here is gonna be racist towards you. Yeah. This is the agenda that they push. So, just in general, I think if we get out of that mindset and we start understanding, for those of us who, or those who are single out here, and you stop, get off the social media, because social media in general is just like some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
basically just a highlight reel. So if you get out and you start actually mingling out here in the real world, you'll understand that most women ain't even thinking on that level as far as, to me, like, you know what I'm saying, the women that I've come across or the women that I know that's personally in my family, they're not coming across as, I expect, this guy to make 6 figures and take care of me and all this other stuff.
Everybody's not.
I mean, sure, there women that's like that, absolutely.
Tons.
Tons. Yeah, right, we could go millions, and right, because there's billions of people on this earth.
Yeah.
Hey.
But at the end of the day, I think you'll still be able to find that woman that's willing to just be okay with a hard-working man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's willing to just feed him that meal that you're looking for.
Yeah, and that's definitely at their core, right? Like, I don't, the thing is, I don't blame them for wanting that, right? Because women are genetically hypergamous. They want their man to be, they want equal or better than them, right? I have no problem with that. In fact, I like it. You know what I mean? The thing is, some of them, this is a rabbit hole conversation in itself, but some of them are saying, I don't need you to do that because I do it for myself. You got other ones that are saying, I'm going to hold off from doing what it is that you find valuable in me until we get married.
Then you scoot past these bitches.
Right, and that's of course what the solution is. I'm just saying, I hear it a lot. I'm talking about in-person conversations, right? Because words have power, right? So if anybody thinks that words don't have power, then why are affirmations a thing, right? So I've heard with my own ears in person people regurgitating, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring.
That's a song. And you heard a woman say that.
They
though?
live it.
You heard a woman say that though.
They live it. Yes.
You heard one woman say that.
But I mean, they say I don't cook,
How
I
long
don't
you
clean.
had it
But
for?
huh?
Okay, you got the ring. How long you had it for? Some business.
But no. That woman that said that was in there burning chicken and went and made some more.
And don't also, like, these people be talking about, like, don't let just because they said certain things, like, they still be doing, like, a woman could sit up here and shit on 19 out of 20 niggas, but it's always that one dude that, she gonna quote unquote simp for. You know what I mean? She doing some real crazy shit for.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, it's not about what they say.
Yeah.
It's all about the action when you're dealing with the woman. You know what I mean? It's about the action and what she's doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You could say anything on social media because you're trying to build an audience. You're trying to get people attention and why don't look at that nigga. Oh my god!
But you said the woman, was this a woman that said this in person? You can't stop laughing. That nigga right there.
That dude is crazy, bro.
So the woman that said that, was you talking about the rapper? Or was you talking about a person that actually said that in front of you, like a real woman?
A real woman, but I mean, she wasn't. They, and multiple have said that they weren't married, but they took on that mindset. Like, I'm not cooking for a dude, I'm not cleaning for a dude until that's wife traits.
But you know what? It's not going to be up until the dudes demand that, right? So if men are okay with women not doing that, then it's going to happen. It's not until men get themselves right that the women's going to fall in line.
And that's what I was going to get at.
So, if you got a crew full of niggas that's okay with not, just eating McDonald's or eating out every day,
eating noodles?
Eating noodles, whatever the fuck, then that's cool.
Yeah. But this is a bunch of generation eating noodle motherfuckers.
Yeah. And cool. If you cool as a man with that and your wife's sitting up there whipping up some noodles, I guess, or you whipping up noodles for both of y'all, then, hey, it is what it is. But it's not until the man sit up here and say, you know what, it's enough of that shit. We going after the women that's doing the traditional things.
Bars.
There's nothing wrong with tradition.
Bars.
You know what I mean?
It worked.
Tradition is there for a reason. Like you just said, it worked.
Yeah.
That's why we have certain things in place and customs in place. It's nothing wrong with moving on and moving forward to something else, saying that actually works. But if it doesn't work, let's go back to the tradition.
Yeah.
Right? But back in the traditional days, it was a 80% marriage rate in the black community. Once we get to the modern days, now we have 50%. Something changed. And declining. Something changed. So at what point do we, just like he just said, at what point do we refer back to what worked and try to implement that?
Yeah, but I don't say refer back because it was a lot of stuff that probably was behind the scenes that we didn't see. But I think we can all agree to that. You can take some of that. I'm not saying take 100% of it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but we can take some of that to implement with some of this modern stuff and mix it together and make a motherfucking banging ass family.
Yeah, this isn't. I'm not saying do copy it 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying there's, and it wasn't whatever was going behind the scenes. A lot of times we didn't even know. Yeah. No. Right.
Grandma and granddaddy did not let you know. That's the problem too, though. We let everybody in our business, and kids are growing up too fucking fast.
Well, Grandpa, you look. They try to make it like Grandpa was out here doing this month. Look, Grandpa was out there getting shot up and stabbed up by Grandma. You know what I'm saying? You'll see Grandpa with a nice $1.50 across the face. How you get that? Grandma did that, and they still together. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now I'm not taking no $1.50. Yeah. I'm not doing none of that. But I'm just saying that shows you the things that they went through, the trials and tribulations that they went through. Yeah.
I think you should just stop drinking that.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, you close to.
I was going to tell you last couple times and you just to stop, but you just hard here.
Yeah, you definitely different because you got.
I'd have been. I wouldn't even jump. I wouldn't even pull that up.
You say fuck it.
I had to, man. Y'all got people out here thinking I eat McDonald's every day.
No, we eat fish stick sandwich every day. Where we eat bread and Grey Poupon.
And barbecue sauce.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
That shit sound good. That's the way into Space's heart, ladies. You know what I'm saying? That's
fish stick sandwich.
Fish stick sandwich with barbecue sauce
and Grey Poupon. But like I would say, and then I'm on the same thing as like what Jay Everyday saying too, because there's a lot of women that we talk to at the job that don't agree with half of that shit that women be saying on the internet.
Yes.
So I can agree with what Jay Everyday was saying. There's not a lot of women out here that do. It is. Now don't get me wrong, it is. But majority, I wouldn't think that says that. And
that's
think
the
that
superficial types. You know what I mean? Like women are aware of how they look, and you know what I mean. Who they are. Like they know. Okay, I'm not really all that. You know what I mean? Let me do some other things to enhance. Let me have a better personality. If you notice, most of the women who all dimes who we in this industry that you would consider all dimes,
single.
A lot of them single.
Single, yes.
Right?
I be trying to tell women that.
But those women within the shit 4, 5, 6, 7 range, like those women are the married ones.
From 5 to 7?
Yeah.
You'll get wifed up in a fucking heartbeat.
Man.
Because that's what a motherfucker really looking for. And they think you're dimes.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
shit.
On the average scale, motherfuckers say, "Oh, you a 7," but in my eye, you a dime to me.
You my dime.
That's what I'm saying. Cause you got all the intangibles. You cute, you can cook, you do all this stuff. You're nice. That's a dime piece. Just because people think because you look the best, you can dress the best, you the thickest, you got the biggest titties and all that stuff, but your attitude is so fucking jacked up. You're a fucking 2. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Ain't none of that shit that you went and got surgery. Your attitude and the way you think about things, huh?
Surgery. Oh shit.
Yeah. All that shit. What you want to go do all that? You're a fucking 2. You for somebody to walk in the club and you to shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't want no bride with surgery. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
But I understand people get my premise out there. Like them motherfuckers out there with that be the dime pieces and they be looking all cute. No, No, it's not gonna fly. You like you say, we're gonna bring this shit full back circle and we can get up out of here. You can come and we can fuck you, but I guarantee you won't stay in that apartment or that house or whatever. You got to go when I go, baby. As a matter of fact, when I leave and go to the bathroom, clap till I get back.
Don't you know she ain't stealing?
Facts. You feel me?
Well, I'll give a quick message. Get you some beet juice.
I was gonna do.
Get you some beet juice.
I'll get the
best. Look, I'm not a health professional, you know. So
I need pink lemonade at this point.
I know So what I did with this one, again, I put half a beet, 10 baby carrots, a thumb of ginger, a squeeze of half of a lemon, and squeeze the lemon juice into it.
Tasty. And
cut up a banana and some Himalayan salt. And like about a cup of water. Check it out, man. It's 2023, man. We gotta Bro, I've said this before, and I'm not sure if I said it on the pod, but I'm saying it now. High blood pressure and diabetes are nearly as hereditary as the recipes that create them are.
That's a fact.
So man, we gotta get better with our health, man.
That's a fact.
Go check out the No Absolutes podcast with Will Hill, man. Great conversation, great dude over there. This has been another rendition of the KNoWKi podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, kings. It's your man Spaces.
It's Jay every day.
Hey, this your boy Maul. Hey, cooking is the way to a man's heart. Meeting the journey.